Morning students, in today's class we are going to see the next concept, that is using brackets. Okay, see here they are given one example in your textbook, that is Meera bought 6 notebooks from the market and the cost was ₹10 per notebook. Her sister Seema also bought 7 notebooks of the same type. Find the total money they paid. What? Meera bought 6 notebooks and Seema brought 7 notebooks from the market. The cost of one notebook was ₹10. Find the total money they paid. So both together, how much their total money they have paid. Okay. Now see here, Seema will calculate the total amount in this way, that is 6 into 10, okay, plus 7 into 10 is equal to 6 tens are 60 plus 7 tens are 70. The total amount is 130. Okay, Meera will calculate the total amount in a different way. What she will do? 6 plus 7 notebooks, 13. The cost of one notebook is 10. 13 into 10 is 130. See, both answers are correct. Yes or no? But they are following the different method. Okay? The way they are calculated is somewhat different, but both answers are giving same. Now, Seema will explain what Meera had done. Seema will explain what Meera had done. Seema says 7 plus 6 into 10. Okay, Seema says how Meera had done. Okay. Okay, she will calculate what Meera had done. No, she will explain. Seema will explain Meera had done like this. One of the friend of Seema and Meera, Appu, okay, Appu will come and he will calculate this. Appu will calculate this. What he will do here? 7 plus 10, 6 are 60. 60 plus 7 is 67. But Meera answer is getting 130. All 3 students were got confusion. Okay. See here, to avoid confusion, what we will do? We will use the brackets. See here, we will use bracket. See here, 7 and 6. Okay, these two numbers we are putting in a bracket. We are treating this as a single number multiplied by 10. 7 plus 6 is 13 into 10 is 130. What Meera had done? Meera had done the same thing. What she had done? She had added 6 plus 7, 13. This sum she had multiplied by 10. Thus she got the answer 130. Now see here we not used bracket here, right? We not used bracket. We got so much confusion. We got here 67. To avoid such confusion, we will use a bracket. We will treat 6, we will pack 6 and 7, these numbers in a bracket multiplied by 10. Now the answer is 130. So then by this we can tell that to avoid confusion, okay, we will use the brackets. So whatever the terms inside the bracket is, we will treat as a single number. Okay. So what we can write here? What we can write? Brackets are used to avoid confusion. Avoid confusion during addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, brackets are used to avoid confusion during addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Say for an arithmetic expression, for an arithmetic expression, first evaluate and make a single number in the brackets and then evaluate the outside part. Say for example, 3 plus 4 into 5 is there, you think. Okay, what is there? For an arithmetic expression, first evaluate and make a single number in the bracket. See, first we have to solve this bracket. You have to make a single number. 4 plus 3 is 7. And then evaluate the outside part. 7 into 5 is 35. Okay. Now we will solve some problems based on this. So here problems. Write the expressions for each of the following using brackets. The first question, 4 multiplied by the sum of 9 and 2. Now say write the expression for each of the following using brackets. Say a solution, 4 multiplied, you have to write an expression by using the brackets. Say 4 multiplied by the sum of, we will use a bracket, by the sum of 9 and 2. Just they told to write the expression. Say B1 we will say, divide the difference of 18 and 6 by 4. So solution, see, divide the difference of 18 and 6 by 4. Divide the difference 18 and 6 by 4. Okay, you can use like this. See a third one we will see now. C1, 45 divided by 3 times the sum of 3 and 2. Now see 45 divided by, see I will write a solution. 45 divided by 3 times means 3 multiplied by the sum of 3 and 2. Okay, they are just told to write the expressions using brackets, no, they are not told to calculate this all. Okay, so next we will see expanding brackets. The next one is expanding brackets. See, the use of brackets allow us to follow a certain procedure to expand the brackets systematically. So, we will see a few examples. See, 8 into 109. Okay, by using brackets we are going to expand this. Okay, see, 8 into 109 can be written as 100 plus 9. Okay, now see 8 multiplied by 100 plus 8 multiplied by 9. 8 multiplied by 100 is 800 plus 8 9s are 72. Answer is 872. Say if you use brackets, the answer will come so systematically, right? We will follow a very systematic steps. So second one, 102 into 103. Okay, using brackets we are going to simplify this. Now see, 102 can be written as 100 plus 2 multiplied by 100 plus 3. Okay, keep any one bracket fixed. Keep any one bracket fixed. I am going to keep 100 plus 2 as fixed. Okay, here multiply by 100 plus I am going to keep this bracket fixed. Okay, 100 plus 2 multiplied by 3. Now we will solve this. 100 into 100 is 10,000 plus 2 into 100 is 200 plus 100 into 3 is 300 plus 3 2s are 6. Okay, it will be 10,506. Okay, we will see one more. Third one, 17 into 109. Okay, now see, 17 multiplied by 109 can be written as 100 plus 9. 17 into 100 plus 17 into 9. Okay, now see, 1700, 17 9s is 153. The total answer will be 1853. So using brackets we have solved this, right? So next we will see what are the Roman numerals. See, Roman numerals. In ancient times, Roman numerals were used to represent the numerals. Okay. See, here following letters were used in Rome. These are letters used in Rome to name the numbers. Okay, to name the numbers given below the letters. See, here I will represent. These were the used in Rome. These are the letters used in Rome. Okay, so these letters will going to represent the numbers. See, I means 1, V means 5, X represent 10, L letter will represent 50, C will represent 100, D, okay, D, the letter D will represent 500 and the letter M will going to represent 1000. So these are the Roman numerals. See, to write a Roman numeral, there are certain rules are there. Okay, there are certain rules. There are certain rules. There are certain rules which are followed. Which are followed while writing Roman numerals. See, to write a Roman numerals, there are certain rules. Okay, the first rule is that, okay, the first rule, if a symbol is repeated, okay, if a symbol is repeated, its value is added as many times as it occurs. Means here this symbol is repeating, right? Here this symbol is repeating. Okay, see, if a symbol is repeated, okay, if a symbol is repeating or repeated, its value is added as many times it occurs. We have to add this. See, what is the value of x? The value of x is nothing but 10. Okay, 10 plus, what is the value of this x? That is nothing but 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. The first rule tells us that if a symbol is repeated, then its value is added as many times as it occurs. So we will take here one more example for rule number 1. See here. Say what it will represent. See here 3I is repeated, right? The value of I is, what is the value of I? It is 1, right? What will write? 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. What does the first rule tells us that? The first rule tells us that if a symbol is repeated, then its value is added as many times as it occurs. Okay, this is the first rule. The second rule tells us that a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. Okay, we can't repeat the symbol more than 3 times. Okay, if you repeat the symbol 4 times like this is wrong. Okay, the second rule tells us that a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. Okay, this is the second rule. Again, but the symbols, okay, but the symbols V, L, D are never repeated. Okay, here the symbol V, L, D are never repeated. Once again I explain, the second rule tells us that a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. If we repeat more than 3 times, that is not valued. Okay, again the symbol V, L and D are never repeated. If we repeat like this, it is wrong. These symbols are not repeated. So this is nothing but the second rule. Now we will see the third rule to be followed for writing the Roman numerals is that if a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of greater value, then its value is added. The meaning I will explain here. Now see, this is a smaller symbol, right? This is a smaller symbol. If a smaller symbol is written to the right of a larger symbol, then its value is added to the larger symbol. Now see here 1 I written, right? This 1 I written to the right of a larger number. Then its value is added to the larger number. Now see 5 plus 1 will be 6. Okay, we'll take one more example. See here a symbol, okay, a smaller symbol is written to the right of a larger symbol. Okay, then its value is added. That is here this x value is 10. Value of I is 1. Value of I is 1. 10 plus 1 is 12. In short, what I want to tell is, if you write the smaller symbol to the right of a larger symbol, then its value is added. Okay. Now we will see the fourth rule. The fourth rule tells us that if a symbol of smaller value, is written to the left of a symbol of larger value, then its value is subtracted from the larger value. The meaning is that here I will give an example and I will explain, you will understand clearly. Now see, if a symbol of smaller value is written to the left of a larger value, okay, left of a larger value, then its value is subtracted from the larger symbol. Now see here, what is the value of V? V value is 5. 5 minus this I value is 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay. Now see again, here L value is 50. This is a larger symbol, right? Here x value is 10. Here the smaller symbol is written, if a smaller symbol is written to the left of a larger number, then its value is subtracted from the larger value. Now see, what is the value of L? L is 50 minus x is nothing but 10. 50 minus 10 is 40. Okay. Now here also same, a smaller value is written to the left of a larger symbol, then its value is subtracted. One easy hint I will give, if you written in left, you have to subtract. If you have written a smaller value to the right, you have to add. Okay. Now see here, what is this? Here x means 10 minus 1 is 9. And here see, C is nothing but 100 minus x is 10. 100 minus 10 is 90. Okay. This is nothing but the fourth rule. Again see here, the fifth rule tells us that, the symbol V, L and D are never subtracted. Okay. Are never subtracted. What we can tell? The symbol V, L and D are never written to the left of a larger symbol. Okay. What we can tell? V, L, D. So these symbols are not written to the left of a larger symbol. Again we can tell that these symbols never be subtracted. Okay. The symbol V, L and D are never written to the left of a symbol of greater value. That is, V, L and D are never subtracted, we can tell. Okay. Now see here, again here the symbol I is there, no? The symbol I can be subtracted from V and X. Okay. Here the symbol I can be subtracted from V and X. And the symbol X can be subtracted from L, M and C. Now see here, fifth rule tells us that, see here, the symbol V, L and D are never written to the left of a larger symbol. Okay. Meaning is that V, L and D are never subtracted. Again see here, the symbol I can be subtracted from 5 and 10 only. And the symbol X can be subtracted from L, M and C only. Say followed by Understanding these rules, we will write some Roman numerals. So following these rules, we get, here we get. See how we will write 1, it is 1, 2, 2, 3, right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say 9, 10. Okay, we will go for 20, 30. The symbol is not repeated more than 3 times, right? 40 we can't write like this. This is wrong because the second rule tells us that a symbol cannot be repeated more than 3 times, right? 40 we will write it as XL. L is 50, 50 minus 10 is 40. 50 it is L. 60, 50 plus 10 LX. 70 LXX. 80 LXXX. I will write 90. 90 is nothing but XC. Okay, 100 minus 10. See the fifth rule? The symbol X can be subtracted from L, M and C. Okay, it is here applying, no? 100, it is C. Okay, now we will see some problems here. Problems. First one's here. Write in Roman numerals. Write in Roman numerals. A 73, B 192, C 169 and D1 is 98. See a solution. A 73. So 73 can be written as 70 plus 3. 70 can be written as 50 plus 20 plus 3. So how we will write 50 in the Roman numeral L. 20 X X. How we will write 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is nothing but a 73. So now see now 92. How we can write 92? 92 can be written as 90 plus 2. 90 can be written as 100 minus 10 plus 2. 100 minus 10. How we will write 90 in a Roman numeral XC, right? 100 minus 10 is 90. Here 2. This is nothing but a 92. Now we will see C1 69. How I will write 69? 60 plus 9. 60 can be written as 50 plus 10 plus 9. How I will write 50 in a Roman numeral? L. 10 means X. 9 means I X. Okay. We will see now D1 98. 98 can be written as 90 plus 8. Okay, 90 plus 8. How will write 90? 100 minus 10 plus 8. We know how to write 90, right? How to write? XC 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here this is about Roman numeral. Okay. So this completes your first chapter, that is knowing our numbers. In next class we are going to start a new chapter. See you in next class. Thank you.